All right, we're at the Claas booth here at the Farm Progress Show down in Decatur, and joined by Matt Jaynes, product manager for the self-propelled forage harvester with Claas. And Matt, we're hearing more about this term shredlage and the benefits when it comes to feeding silage to cattle, both beef and dairy. What are you seeing as a company involved in forage harvesting business? What are you seeing as a company in this area?
Yeah, so the term shredlage is actually owned by Claas. We bought the patents. There's 4 patents with shredlage. We bought that last year. And what it is when we're doing corn silage, it's a special kernel processor along with a certain length of cut. So we want to chop that corn silage at 21 to 30 millimeter, depending on the moisture and just the environment of the corn. And we want to highly process it. It's not only obliterating the kernels, but it's also about stalk structure. We want the stalks long, but we want the stalk, so we strip it into pieces so it's long but thin, so we can pack it in a pile, because we should be able to get more than 16 pounds of dry matter in the bunk. And by having that good fermented crop packed, it also is, depending on if it's a beef cow or dairy cow, it floats better in the rumen, it's better digestion. We're seeing better cow health. There's been 3 university studies, 2 by University of Wisconsin-Madison, as well as Dairy One has done studies where we're seeing over 2 pounds of milk increase from the milk side. So not only is it milk, but it's also cattle health. There's less DAs. Just overall, we're seeing much more health, and we even see it in the cattle industry, even in the finishers. By feeding shredlage, it allows us to feed the corn silage versus feeding the straws or grass hay. So we're always getting better nutrients into that animal. So with the shredlage technology, it's done by a corn cracker. So after the knife drum cuts the crop, it goes in through the corn cracker. So the first part of shredlage is with the pulleys. It has all to do with the size of the pulley. So we run at a 50% differential speed. So we have the front roller running 50% faster than the back roller, so it does the shredding effect. The second part is the actual rollers themselves. When you look at the rollers, they're not only cut this way, but the patent is a spiral roll this way, because we have one spiral going this way, and then the front roller going the opposite way. It takes the stalk, turns it, and is ripping the hard layer off. And that's why at Claas you can get from all your Claas dealers the shredlage card, because the essence of doing shredlage is any stalk piece below the ear, the hard layer around that spongy part of the stalk must go through the square hole. If it's above the ear up to the tassel, that round type of stalk needs to go through the round hole. So that's why we really come up with this card, because shredlage is more than just processing. And where we're seeing the effects, because in the Dairy One, the kernel processing scores were the same of conventional silage versus shredlage technology. So we know it's more than just kernel processing score, it's all on the stalk. And we need everyone who does shredlage to get that size down, so then when the cow's eating it, it ruminates correctly, it packs correctly and everything.